Hello friends, my name is Fench, and this is my review of my Tesla Model 3 Performance. I've now had my Model 3 for nearly a month, driven more than 1,000 miles. I've done hypermiling runs. I've tested my normal consumption. I've been driving top speed with 263 kilometers per hour. I've done twisty roads. I have a child seat in the car. We've done groceries, we've done trips, charging, you name it. So now that I've put it through the tests of life, what do I think? Well, it's safe to say I really do like it so far. The acceleration is brutal, the handling is great, and it just looks spectacular, don't you think? The reason I got the performance version was because it just looks so much more aggressive. The big wheels, the contrasting black and white details, it's just really cool looking. And perhaps most importantly, since I'm often driving fast on the Autobahn, it's a big plus when the front of your car says, "Get out of the way, please." And that, it does. Moving on to the interior, what can I say? I just love the minimalistic design. While I don't mind a few buttons here and there, this just works really well from a visual perspective. And as soon as I get into a non-Tesla car, I have to say everything looks a bit messy. The ventilated seats are great, and the side support is fantastic when you're going through corners. You can adjust the seats in more than enough positions, and you also have a 4-way lumbar support. In the back, you'll also find plenty of room. We have a child seat fitted, and as someone who's 186 centimeters tall, I could comfortably sit here for a couple of hours. Much longer I would, however, want to switch to the front. But then again, the front is where you want to be. After all, this is the performance version. And even so, I could easily do 12-hour road trips without any concerns for comfort. And isn't that exactly what you want from a 500 horsepower family car? The ability to travel in comfort and style, and always have that insane power available if you need it. Even if you don't always use it, it's nice to know it's there. Maybe you quickly need to accelerate to make a pass on the highway, or maybe you just want to have some fun. And fun is what the performance model is all about. It's not the logical choice of a Model 3, that's always going to be the long range. But if you want that little bit of extra sportiness, and you don't mind the lower efficiency, well then the choice is easy. However, it's not all sun and rainbows. There is one major flaw with the Model 3, and that is the Autopilot. Maybe it's my own wrongdoing, or maybe it just doesn't work the way I expect it to. But look here, I'm going 50 with the Autopilot activated. The speed limit changes to 100, but the Autopilot doesn't automatically raise its speed. It then changes to 70 and still nothing. It then gets even worse here. When it didn't register, the limit went back to 100 and still thinks it's 50. The problem now is that it doesn't allow me to go faster than 60. Not by pressing the accelerator, not by using the scroll wheel, not by pressing anywhere. I mean, seriously Elon, what is this? I know I don't have the full Autopilot upgrade, but still this is even borderline dangerous. Not to mention the couple of times when it randomly slams the brakes or tries to run me off the road. I usually like to drive with an Autopilot on, but this one makes me so frustrated. Simple stuff like, when I want to pass a car, as soon as I turn the wheel, even with the blinker on, it snaps out of Autopilot, loses speed, I have to quickly press the accelerator, and then switch back the Autopilot once I've made the pass. No other Autopilot system works that way. VW, BMW, Mercedes, every one of them is way ahead of the version we get here in the EU. I'm so fed up with it that I'm only driving with the adaptive cruise control now. So what else is there to say? Well, besides my issue with the Autopilot, I really don't have anything else to complain about. The efficiency is great. At least it can be. We like to drive fast and we're content with knowing that it means we're probably going to visit a supercharger on most of our longer day trips. But for us, that's fine. We have a small kid with us that needs a break anyways, so 10 minutes every couple of hours isn't too bad. And I guess that brings us to the end. So what do we think of the latest Tesla Model 3 performance? We absolutely love it. It's our first electric car, and I don't think we could have chosen a better one for us. The long range may be better suitable for our lifestyle, as we do often go on long trips, but it would be missing that aggressive exterior design we like so much from the performance version. And yes, the suspension is definitely firmer too, but if you're like me and want to have fun every now and then the firmer suspension is an enjoyable feature, even if it is a little less comfortable. So which is the right one for you? Well, if you don't mind compromising a bit of comfort and a bit of range, then I'd say go for the performance. It's just that much better looking, and you don't see that many of them on the street, so it has a bit of a novelty feeling when you're cruising around in a sea of long ranges. And with that, I'm going to leave you for now. I know this review is a bit all over the place, but it's the first time doing a review video, so I still have a lot to learn. Anyways, if you like this kind of content and want to see more of us driving around on adventures, feel free to subscribe, as I of course plan on making a lot more videos. That's it for me then. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.